Hey guys, this is Mike from Pine Time, and this is my second YouTube episode on different offenses, on digging into my playbook here on YouTube. The last time we were together, I showed you an offense that we call Pirate, which is primarily used against 1-3-1. I'm going to show you an offense today that we call Buccaneer. Notice they're all pirate sounds. I know I don't have a thing for pirates, but this is just an alternative. It's just a variant that we can run. Now, a lot of times when, and I don't know about every other coach, but when we run an offense, we try to create an odd number up here at the top. And by that I mean if there's two defenders or an even front zone, we offset that with one offensive player. So we've got a number of 3. Same thing, if you have one defender, we try to offset that with 2 offensive players, so you've got 3 players. We always try to do that. Now, if you notice when we worked on Pirate last time, we were running that against a 2-3 zone, and we had 2 men up top, but we have still had so much success with that I actually ignore that rule myself when we're seeing those zones. So here's the way you line it up when you run Buccaneer. Again, want our wings to be free throw line extended. Now, again, I don't mind them being a step low. But if you get too high, if 2 are up here, when we do the flash action, that's good. It's just a bad angle because this top defender can easily knock that away. If we're lower, this becomes a much easier angle, and it's further for that defender to travel. So that's why we do it like this. So again, it really bugs me when I watch 6th graders play basketball and are running clear up here to get the basketball. I cannot stand that. So here we go. 1 has the ball. He's going to pick a wing. He's going to go to, let's say he comes over here to 2. 3 is going to flash. Now, the key on this is, and again, this always kind of bugs me, if there's 2 defenders right here, I cannot stand the kids that want to come over the top of that. I also don't like kids that come and then go behind that and pop up, because they're going to pop up. And so I don't like it when they don't go far enough. I always tell 3, you have got to, just like in our Pirate offense, here in Buccaneer, you have to get on this side of those defenders. They have to see you. And in this offense, it actually serves a bigger purpose also. So, and I'll explain it to you. So 2 has the ball. 1 has made that pass, and then he's just simply going to slide away and go to the opposite wing. So now you've got 3 here. If he does not get that pass initially, which quite frankly, you might get it the first time you run it. You might even get it the second time you run it, but that's an easy flash to take away. So let's assume he doesn't get it. If he does get it, once again, if you get a defense that's fronting right here, you've got the lob to the low post. But let's assume he doesn't get it. He is simply going to pop up the floor right here. A lot of times this defender who's come here and taken him away will leave with him. And then you flash a second guy right behind him. And I am constantly yelling at my kids, or not yelling at them, but telling my kids, wait on the second flash. And what you get is, and I don't remember how I had my numbers here. I guess I had 2 out here. So 4 has flashed. If you hit that, once again, if they're fronting, you've got the dump. If they're playing behind them, you've actually got that pass too. You've got 2 options. And what you'll find is after you hit this second flash 2-3 times, they start really kind of cheating to take that away. And what you can do is eventually you'll throw to this guy right here, this cat right there. If he crashes, you're going to have that dump. And then we get that a bunch. Like I said, in a lot of respects, this offense works far better against zones than even our Buccaneer does. I mean, even than our Pirate does. Buccaneer is one, and that's probably why I don't run it nearly as much, because we have enough success with Pirate that when we come back with Buccaneer, they finally start taking Pirate away. We come back and hit them with Buccaneer, and it's just a 1-2 punch, and it works really well for us. Now, there's also something that we can do on this, that it's just a set play that we run out of Buccaneer. And it's the same pattern. Everything is the same, but we call it Buccaneer Fly. And what I may say, if this kid's name is Joe, I may say, hey, Buccaneer, fly for Joe. So what we know is there's going to come a point where Joe is going to be the guy we run this play for, and your kids get to know how to run this. So what it is we throw to two, one slides away, Joe flashes and pops up, and then we did all this, okay? So now we've got Joe, and I'm just going to draw the guards on here for right now. So now we've got Joe on here, and two has the ball. He goes back to Joe, number 3, and let's say Joe swings this way. He can go either way, it doesn't matter. But when he makes that pass over here to 1, what we then get is 2 comes and screens the outside of the zone. We throw that skip pass right there for Joe. And we get that look a bunch. And then here's really the cool thing about it. When Joe catches it, okay, first of all, let's say this. Let's say 2 does that and his man fights over the top of that. That flash is wide open. And if we don't throw that and he clears, 5 flashing is going to be wide open. And really, you don't get that the first time you run it. You get it the second or third time you run it. And this is one of those sets you can run. You can run it a couple times a quarter, and people don't really realize what you're doing, especially if you call it out of a timeout, if you're kind of quiet about it. But so let's say 2 has set that screen, and you've had success running it before. And we get this pass completed here to 3. If this guy is screened in, what you'll find is this defender will work real hard to get out there and take it away. Now you've got that. You've got that dump right there. And we will even go as far as, and again, this is something you'll just have to kind of get a feel for it with your kids. If we see this guy really fight out hard, so let's just take this. This guy fights out to get that covered. We'll step 5 to the short corner. We'll dump to this guy, and then 2 knows to crash, and we'll hit that. There are just so many things you can get out of this offense. So like I said, we get the skip, which we call fly. We hit the short corner, which we call cage. And, like I said, it's just so many things you can do. And then, like I said, the other one that you get is if we're getting ready to throw that skip and that guy feels that screen coming in, he fights here, and this guy just steps right to the ball. It's amazing. And then it's amazing how many times you'll get that. And then you hit that guy, and by the time you get to the point where you're doing that, you hit that guy, this guy leaves, you dump there. This guy steps up, you dump there. You've got so many options. If neither one of them step up, you've got a guy that can hit that shot or take it and go to the hole. Like I said, your opportunities are endless in this, and it's really just a great, just a great little offense. Lord, hear me sitting here talking about it makes me think, shoot, we need to run this even more. But when we do run it, we get every look that we want every single time. So, okay, so that's, like I said, that's our offense, Buccaneer. I hope you enjoyed hearing about it today. Once again, let me give you my email. It is pine.time@protonmail.com. Feel free to send me an email if you have any questions. We'll talk to you guys next time.